ASL Premier League, Group Stage, Round of 32.
In his matches tonight, not lose a single match, and I will take any other answer. So that means even if there's a draw, I win.
Yeah, I guess so. To be honest, if he forces a draw, then
that's 401.
does that count? No.
I have no idea. All right, let's introduce the players.
Yeah, let's go for it. Go on. I'll take the first one. Spawning in the western spawn of Waystation, in blue from Team Triple T, it's our Protoss player.
airPenguin.
That's my Triple T player. How dare you?
Sorry, man.
All right, upper right-hand corner from New York, clan. It's going to be our pink turn.
PandaPrime.
Fair enough. Yep. I actually tabbed out during that intro because I wanted to see the new font that apparently we've got. I think this looks shiny and beautiful. So I miss not having a second screen so much.
Yeah, I don't know if I can function without at least.
God, no.
Now they do have the short spawning locations here.
Yeah, and that can influence things quite dramatically in a number of ways. The most important one really being the fact that Terran can expand to that island.
Yep. Always.
That's a pretty big deal. Yeah. They're taking this map out of the pool, and I fully support that decision.
Yeah, so do I.
Yeah.
Alright. Well, let's see here. airPenguin, like I said, I've played with him and cast him before, since he's in my clan. And, I don't know. I feel like he's going to go like a 3-gate robo type of build.
That's interesting. Proxy robo? He's a bit late on his second gas if he's planning on going for a robo. A fast robo, anyway. This to me looks like a conventional gateway expand, possibly then into the robo style. There are some really nice fast robo builds.
Well, we'll see. PandaPrime wasting no time getting that natural down. Reactor going down, Hellion going out.
Yeah.
It looks like you were right.
Yeah, there's not enough gas for the techie stuff yet, but it can come down at a moment's notice. You can get a robo down by 5 minutes, dead safe.
Absolutely.
I really like it. There's a build that I used to use which had 5-minute robo, 530 forge, and you'd be at +2 armor by just before 10 minutes. So if the Terran goes for a timing, you have great upgrades, and I don't see it used enough, I think, because it just seems really strong. But we'll have to see whether that is what airPenguin decides to go for. He is getting that Stalker to defend against the Reaper, and with good reason. It makes a lot of sense.
There too.
Yeah. Mothership Core can drive it away, but the Stalker can catch and kill.
That's right. Get your fish and pull out, catch a Reaper.
Oh. Casting along.
Yep. Engineering bay going down pretty quick there.
That's nice. I think quite safe. It means that he's got that option to whack down a turret if he'd scouted something that looked oracly. Because this is the first scout.
Oracly.
Yes. Well, what else is there to say? You want to get that fast eBay down. If you don't have the eBay, you're in trouble. Ooh, nice. I like it. Yeah, that's basically the timing that I was talking about. If we see the forge go down, this is actually just the build I was talking about.
Run, Stalker, run! Kite!
Having a nice little push at the front. Gonna stab away at a few Marines. There is, of course, no bunker to protect them. And
not at this point in time. Going to 3 racks now. Let's see if he puts a tech lab on that second, but he's working on the quick +1.
Back in airPenguin's natural, this Reaper's actually managed to get himself 3 probe kills.
Nice. And he's going to regen too.
Cheeky.
That's just going to be a nuisance. This is a good map. There's a lot of jump up spots. So, good place for a Terran and Reapers. Marines actually chased all the way across the map there, and then called it a day.
Check this out. Check this out. That robotics bay at 6 minutes 30. There are no upgrades coming out for airPenguin, but to make up for that, he's going to have serious splash damage seriously quick.
Yeah,
That's
he is.
really nice. I like that a lot.
Oh,
Is he going to be fast enough to deal with this Marine push, though? I
well,
feel like he should
Stim's
hold
going
this.
to be really late, so the Stalkers should be able to take that. Let's see. See it? Barely sees them there in the vision. It's just a question of whether that observer is paying attention. And Photon Overcharge will win all on its own, I call it.
Well, you have to bear in mind that he could just blast up the ramp if he's not careful. But at this point, yeah, here it is. So he runs in. Bye-bye.
And that's it for the next minute or so.
By which time, there'll be another one.
Yeah, exactly. I love it. Yeah,
Have you seen the proposed buffs to Terran?
No. What's coming?
They're
What
really
do they
cool.
think about?
We'll talk about them after the game.
Now seems good. There's a dead space.
Fair enough. With that Colossus coming out and no range, I can't help but notice. I guess there is a little bit of dead space with the army going home. They're suggesting a couple of buffs suggested, not for certain yet. They want to buff either Medivacs or Widow Mines. Medivac.
What? Why?
Because they feel like Terran isn't strong enough for what? I mean, I think it's okay, but I really like the idea of increasing like Medivac drop speed, so like the units come out faster. I think that's really cool. I actually quite like that change.
God, it'd be so painful.
Yeah, but it means that against Protoss and Zerg, which I and you am, respectively, they're going to have better harassment options, but it doesn't hold the late game quite so nicely. Is the argument that I've seen on the internet. I kind of agree as well. I like the fast dropper thing though. I think that's cool. Maybe if it was a researched upgrade.
Yeah, I think it would have to be a research upgrade. Absolutely.
Yeah.
If you just gave
from
code
where?
to start, oh,
Because where you research it from is actually quite important. Because Tech Lab Starport is going to then mess with things. Anyway.
I feel like Medivac should have to have boost as an upgrade.
In Brood War, there used to be a lot of researchable upgrades, and now there aren't really that many. So, and a lot of players kind of miss that as a vibe, as a feeling. Just jumping back to the game, there's one Colossus out on the field, and a second one is soon to join it. So, airPenguin's looking pretty good, except for this lack of Thermal Lance, which is going to hold him back if he tries to put on any aggression, or indeed defend, because there's a reasonable number of Marauders with this army now. And with Stim and Medivacs, this could be a very, very potent timing. If the micro is good.
He's going to need 2 to 4 Vikings here before he decides to push out again. Because like this army that's moving across the field right now, it's going to lose. Even though there's a inferior...
Certainly if it fights in range of overcharge.
Yeah, especially, exactly.
But
looks like he's thinking about drop instead, yeah.
I like that. I think that's a good decision. There's nothing protecting the main base of airPenguin. And actually he's going for a double prong, isn't he? Flying past that third base, did he see it?
Should send his units back to the main base and then Photon Overcharge the natural.
Oh god, this is so nice. Yeah, that's absolutely what he should do. But at this point, PandaPrime is just going to lift up and get out, and at the same time... No, where's the... okay, it's coming in now. Drop going into the back of the natural. There is a cannon about to finish, but that does not change the fact that these Marines and Marauder are going to get a few kills before they are dealt with. Okay, slightly...
one Marine for 1 Photon Cannon. Oh my goodness, a double prong. Okay, he Photon the main. So...
Yeah.
It's use. That's no good. No. How many workers died? 13?
Have a look-see. Yeah, 13. And remember that Reaper got 3, though, so that was 10, I think. But even so, that was nicely handled. Pretty good aggression. Not losing too much there.
Absolutely. 1-1's about to finish for him. Looking pretty good here, actually, still for airPenguin, even despite those. They're very good splits. I like seeing drops like that. But,
yeah.
You know, to make things hard, that island base did get taken that you were talking about earlier. And now that forces there, at least a War Prism at the least, to deal with it. You know, it's a requirement.
Yeah. I really like to see players who open up. I like slower Colossus, personally. This is totally personal taste. I like slower Colossus, and that allows for a faster Warp Prism to be really annoying if the Terran moves out. But it seems like that's not the style PandaPrime's going. He didn't really have the time for that, what with his very quick Colossi, and he needed some observers. But this is a fairly good composition anyway for airPenguin. He's got Blink Stalkers to snipe out Medivacs that are dropping or attacking with the army, and there aren't many for PandaPrime. Sorry, I think I got the names wrong there a moment ago.
No, but you're absolutely right. And the thing is, airPenguins doesn't have any static defenses other than the Photon Overcharge.
No.
And Like this drop right now that's going on at the natural.
And
There's
the
nothing he
whole
can do
army,
about it.
the whole army's moved out of position, do you see? So now that that's gone, this
Now
force
third.
running straight into the third. It's classic Terran.
Yep. And that third base is going
It
to go
has
down.
to die. It's got to be dead, right?
Yeah, he's going to save the probes.
Boom.
But then the boost out's going to save him here.
Oh, nice blink forward. No, oh, little bit of a sketchy decision there by PandaPrime. Where's the blink?
He's
Ooh.
going to burn it. If he stims again, he's going to get a lot of kills.
Yeah,
Ah!
it gets out. There we go. So
here
great
comes the
decision making by
counterattack.
PandaPrime.
He says, you know what? All right, let's go.
He's putting down the third behind this, so this is by no means all in, but it is quite a scary push. And if PandaPrime manages to hold against this attack, then it's quite possible that airPenguin could be in for some serious repercussions from the
Here's the Vikings.
First Army. Vikings focusing down the mothership core. Actually, that's not where they want to be.
Oh!
The Stalkers are so out of position. Oh god, that's such a nice attack. There are so many Marauders in this force fighting against the Stalkers. The blink is good, and with the blink micro back, actually airPenguin could win out, but the reinforcements from Terra might be enough to swing it. I actually cannot tell at this point.
There we go.
It's
There's
so
only one
hard to
medivac.
read.
Should focus it down. But you can't heal everything at once, so...
No.
Where's the blink?
Don't underestimate the Marauders. Marauders are a good unit. That medevac has to go down. No, airPenguin's actually not paying attention.
Ah.
Oh. At the end of that, I have to favour PandaPrime. He took out 2 Colossi there, which is absolutely great, and we already saw an Immortal being produced, which shows that he kind of wasn't ready. You need 3 Colossi to make an attack like that, not 2. 2 is not enough. 4's even better.
Yeah. Yep. I think he was more interested in reestablishing that third base, which he did. Zealot Charge is coming.
Charge is a fantastic upgrade.
I want to see... No Templar Archives? No. I'd love to see that. Here comes
You've
the...
heard my feelings
Oh,
about the setup before. Yeah, so these Zealots being walked in, but without charge, of course, Marauders are totally able to kite
And
them with
one
concussive
medevac.
shells. Not being... Oh, lovely.
Now you have to run.
Yeah. And finally, the fourth. Actually, it's not a third. I was thinking he didn't have a third, but I'm forgetting to look at the island. So yeah, Panda's looking really good at this point in the game. Nice and dominant stuff.
Yeah, he's plus 300 minerals per minute and about 100 gas. So definitely looking good on that side. He's only ahead by 3 workers, and overall supply is within 17. So,
Yeah. Well, it's against Protoss, even with army supply, an inferior Protoss force can win out against the Terran if the Terran miss micros. And by the same token, a well-microed Terran force, even with inferior numbers, can beat a Protoss army of the same or equivalent size if it's done nicely.
Yep.
So it all comes down to that control so much.
Alright, well, airPenguin has 2/2 upgrades with 3 plus 3 attack on the way. Zealot Legs is going to finish just in time to meet this army. And we got how many more gateways just went down? We have a grand total
4, I
of-
think I saw.
Okay, and a Templar Archives is also down.
How many
this-
gates are up? 8 gates.
He's going
Here
right
they
into
come.
Archives.
That High Templar doesn't
That
have a
Colossus
storm
didn't
yet.
even fire.
I didn't even see it. Did it die?
It died so fast you didn't even get to see it.
Yeah. Nice kiting back by PandaPrime now, just leading those Zealots on a merry dance. A few Widow Mines mixed into this army would be very potent, but even so, with the upgrades, well, an attack upgrade lead, it's going to come down to the splash. If PandaPrime was splitting a bit better, I actually think that he could be smashing through this right now, but as it is, he's fighting against reasonably well upgraded Zealots, so it's not
And now
going to be
Colossus.
a cakewalk. Yeah.
That really is a game changer.
Yeah.
Some
He's
of the
still
medevacs-
tracking so nicely. This is it. This is the one. This is the push.
No.
Going to kill off all those Stalkers, which kills off all the air defense. Now,
My goodness.
airPenguin has to warp in either Stalkers to deal with the medevacs, and that means that PandaPrime can't push, but the army comp isn't very strong. Or we see warp-ins of Zealots, and the medevacs can run rampant.
He is stemmed out.
Yeah. Actually seen 3 ghosts in production, so the follow-up to this push is very much...
feedback. Oh, well, you soften them all up a lot. Well, they're actually
Yeah.
all in the red, so it kind of just
I'd like to see
Depends
some
there.
repair. A little bit of repair might be nice.
Also, think about it. airPenguin didn't lose that third base that time. He never made it there.
No, he didn't. A lot of energy on that third base, actually. Needs to be dumping that into the upgrades that we... Well, he's got +3, but I want to see just more dumping of the upgrades. Where's the money?
This is going to be a game-finishing push here.
I think it has to be.
The storms don't come down.
No, the EMPs. This is it. Boom. No storm. There's just so much bio here. Even if all these medevacs get sniped, 3-3 bio against 3-2 Protoss, it's good. 3-2 Protoss is always good, but it's not a bunch of bio supported by a load of medevacs good, and it's just going to stim into the third, kill it off. It can't. The Protoss can't warp in. There's no options for airPenguin, and he's losing the third base. He might lose the fourth, and behind this, the macro of PandaPrime is stronger than
Oh, he should not have gone to the right. Now he knows there's a base down here.
I think that's a miscontrol thing. It's really easy to accidentally go to your next base. Yeah, that's it.
That's why I always watch for probes going the wrong way. For that exact reason right there.
Yeah, it's,
well, in the upper right-hand corner, down 1 game to none, but looking for an incredible comeback. It is going to be from Triple T.
airPenguin.
And his opponent. Across the map, a full 63 workers moving seconds away from Team Nya. It's our Pink Terran.
PandaPrime.
Alright. Why do you think airPenguin picked such a big map?
Because he's a Protoss player. And when you're a Protoss player, it often seems like on a big map, it sucks. It feels like it sucks because you can't probe scout. And against a random actually does suck. But when you're against a non-Protoss, you have warp gate and they don't have warp gate. So any attack you make hits when you want it to. And any attack they make has to get across the map. So you have an immediate defensive and aggressive advantage, especially as it moves into the late game with recall.
Yep. I'll go with that.
Also, it's pretty safe, because if you want to go Nexus first, although obviously out of airPenguin that's not what we're seeing, if you want to go Nexus first, you probably can, because the chances of your opponent scouting you first are fairly low, and especially on Altazim. You know, in tournaments, the win rate of Protoss against Zerg on Altazim and cross spawns is like 65 to 70%.
Yep.
Yeah, it's massive, and it's not just because Protoss OP or whatever, although, you know, you can believe that if you want, but it's because they can do these sweet timings and hit great attacks, and the Zerg can't really do it. So they've got all these options that they normally have. And it's both harder for Zerg to scout and harder for them to counterattack.
Very insightful, sir. Very insightful. We do got that quick Reaper, double Reaper scout going out. Oh, that's an SCV as the first scout. Second one's going to be a Reaper.
Yeah,
and
one goes one. Other goes the other.
I expect airPenguin to go air this time. Stay true to his name. And if nobody takes my bet soon, you can accept that bet if you want.
Me?
Yeah, well, you can have between caster bets.
Yeah, I'm tempted actually. I was thinking about that one.
I know if nobody takes it, it's a really good bet for you.
I can't see if anyone
I like
has
to
taken
gamble,
that.
so.
Yeah, I do as well. It's a bad habit, but
well, I'll remind everybody really quick what that bet was, so I have one last chance. And that is that I am saying that PandaPrime, this guy in the bottom left-hand corner, will not advance to the round of 16. I'm not saying where he will finish, but it will be one of the bottom 2 slots. That's my bet. So you can bet against me, which means all he has to do is advance to the round of 16, and you get 20 caster dollars. And if you don't take it, then Leth will be more than happy to take that bet. So.
Yeah, because for the record, I think he looks like the strongest player we've seen so far tonight. So I think I need to, if you guys don't take it, then I will put my money where my mouth is.
Yep.
Reaper now coming into the base of airPenguin. Going to poke away at that extractor, but the thing is, right, it's arriving at 5 minutes 20. It's a full minute late. There's a stalker ready. Mothership got ready, and as we saw, bye-bye Reaper.
And Chaos Reigns has accepted the bet. Okay.
Damn it, Chaos Reigns!
So
I wanted that. Oh.
He's going to have a chance for 20K. I was going to say 20 Chaos dollars. 20 Chaos dollars.
New cryptocurrency.
Mm-hmm. Well, he's got a quick Twilight.
I like it.
Oh no, and it got scouted!
That SCV scout.
Oh, that's
seen it?
So sick.
Really nice. So there's a couple of ways that this could be going. Fairly obviously, it's either going to realistically, it's going to be either Blink or High Templar, Fast Storm High Templar kind of thing. And with the Forge going down, I actually still can't tell. He hasn't taken with double Forge. I would lean towards High Templar in that case. He needs to take the gases on the natural, but other than that, airPenguin going for what seems like a fairly typical High Templar. No, you know he's getting charge. Yeah, that backs it up. Thinking, God, if he goes Blink now, then I'm going to be quite confused. It's not a good map for it.
Zealot Legs is on the way.
Yep. This is good stuff. This could be a really potent timing. However, might be handicapped a little bit. Yep.
I think it's going to be a Zealot Archon charge.
Yeah, with 1-1 or 2-2, depending on whether he takes a fast third.
I like that build a lot.
Scary, scary build. I'm looking for bunkers, actually. I thought that PandaPrime might think that this was a Blink timing.
I think it is. That's why he's got that bunker by the front door, and he's got the units laid out across that open line there.
Yeah.
You know, I mean, it's not like he's going super strong. He's not over-committing. Well, now he's putting that second... Oh, yeah, now he is committing. So...
Okay. Well...
This is going to be good news for airPenguin.
Yeah, very much so. If your Terran opponent is investing 200 minerals, albeit temporarily, into bunkers, that's half a command center that he isn't building. Are they 100 or 150? They're 100, aren't they?
Which one?
Bunkers. They're 100. They're 100.
Bunkers are 100.
Yeah, I thought so.
And I mean, you can salvage them and get a lot of your money back if you realize it. Yeah. So, I mean, it's not a huge loss or anything. Just, I think he's overcommitting. The good news for him is the Zealots are going to get funneled up that ramp. And it depends on how the repair is. If you can get the Archons up front, splash damage usually hits the SCVs. Or he could just try to focus down one supply depot and let the Zealots flood in. What do you think?
I actually think, and it's a very good point, but I think this is one of the weaker maps for this timing, if he's going for the timing. It's a good, just general defensive build, and you could take quite a good fast third with it. But if he actually tries to put on any real aggression, I think that funneling that you talked about will work very, very strongly in PandaPrime's favour. If you backed up with a couple of Widow Mines, this could be, if it is an attack, a catastrophic error.
Yep, I absolutely agree. I'm waiting to see. No storms being researched. Yep, there's the Archon. Okay.
No. And a lot of gates coming down, so this does look increasingly like a two-base timing.
Yeah. I kind of had a feeling with this map, it made it safe for Protoss to easily do a two-base timing. Yeah. He's full gas there on 3 and 4 geysers, but not on the minerals, so he is really concerned about that Templar gas.
It's bizarre, though, because with the fast expansion you see out of a Protoss player, until you start your forges, if you just dump chrono into your economy, by 8 to 9 minutes, you actually don't have to think about money, because you have as much as you know what to do with. And you can be warping in off 8 to 10 gates with Zealot Archon. But if you spend that chrono in places, or you don't spend that chrono, if you spend it in places that aren't there, then later on you actually turn up with this slightly weaker force. There could be a lot more Zealots and Archons coming out for airPenguin, and he has kind of been let down a little bit by the macro of his natural.
Yeah, well, I think he's been pushing so hard to get that tech out and set him behind. And I'm really hoping he waits for a couple more Archons and at least one more full wave.
I actually think the Zealots are going to be the bigger issue.
Let's see, they got 1-1 upgrades. How's he doing on 2-2? Okay, if he waits 40 seconds, 30 seconds. I wait 30 seconds for a 2-2.
Yeah, and the whole time going to be building up workers, actually now filling up the workers on the third base, the natural. So airPenguin's making up for the deficit, and that's good to see, because you need those zealots for tanking. The Archons do the big damage, but the zealots stop the Archons being killed. Here it comes. This is the attack.
Here we go.
2-2
timing.
well.
Man, he's not even. He says,
Yeah.
no way, Jose.
As you said, the funneling absolutely identified how much of a problem it is with one tank,
Yeah.
and with this level of defense, I'm actually surprised these are barracks coming down from PandaPrime. I think it could be a third base, and he'd still be absolutely fine with 4 existing barracks up.
Thing's going to be, he's going to move out here, reposition to protect the third and get that set up. And I just don't feel he's going to be able to handle this army as well. Oh, well, unless it runs away. With the charge lots coming in there, I really didn't think he would have been able to handle it at this point with the 2-2 to 1-0 upgrades.
That is actually a very big deal, but the bio is so strong. There's so much army for PandaPrime that I think he should still win out, even though when a Marine at +1 is firing against a Zealot with +2 armor, it's hitting for about 4 per shot. Chuck in a Guardian Shield and you're looking at 2 damage.
Yep,
It's crazy.
Exactly.
It's crazy.
Is he working on 3? Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
Man. The only thing is it doesn't help the Archons, obviously. They got, what, 10 HP? And then the shield upgrade is 0.
But they benefit so much from the attack upgrades. And Archon starts at, I think it's 35 damage versus biological per shot, and it gains +1 against non-bio. Yeah, it's 35 and 43 versus bio, and that goes up by a huge amount each time. And against bio Hellbat, which is bio, the splash is huge. Archons are a great unit. The issue is how long they survive, which is not long. Not without Zealot tanking.
How you feel about the large army with only 2 medevacs?
It's going to come down to control.
Yeah.
That's what I think.
Are we going to have some Gosu Micro, or... Because these medevacs are not going to last very long.
No, they are not.
And they can't heal that fast. You're only going to get 2 heals at a time, max. So... Oh, he's going to use those for splitting. If he does that, now you got no medevacs.
Yeah. Even so, this what we saw in the previous game is exactly what I think he's going to try and do here. He's got these medevacs. He's going to pull his opponent back into the natural base, the one inside that's as far from the third as possible. And unfortunately, because of this pylon, or unfortunately for airPenguin, I should say, unfortunately for PandaPrime, he's going to be aware that this is going on, but he can't do anything about it. This drop is in his natural base, and he has to either respond in some form or sit here and wait.
Wow.
Oh, God. The scan! massive engagement.
Oh,
the storm!
God, the storm
Some of it
so
going down on Marauders, but this is not what you want. Unhealed bio, he needs to stim and get out. This is all going to get cleaned up by the Archon splash.
Yeah. Oh my goodness. So that the main part of the army here is going to get Zealot legged to death.
No medevacs to lift up and get him out?
None.
There is still a kind of a backup force.
Over here.
There's a backup force, yeah, and of course the natural has been killed by this drop from PandaPrime, so he is by no means out of this. He's looking at the archives too. This is huge damage being done here, knocking his opponent down to 35 workers against his 61.
There we go. Surround.
No.
Yeah.
If he gets that Nexus, and he does.
Oh man. Oh, we got it.
Yeah, both medevacs were killed there, but right now, the income of airPenguin is so small. He's mining off 1 base to his opponent's 3, nearly 4?
Yeah,
it's looking pretty good.
I mean, his army still looks pretty good.
Yeah, his army is not bad at all, and it is at 3-3 to the 2-2, 3-3 just starting off his opponent. But the upgrade lead is going to close out, and the macro lead is currently so far in PandaPrime's favor that he's looking pretty confident.
DT is having fun. I just realized he was poking.
Yeah, he built that Dark Shrine, and that's going to serve him well because he now has a backup Templar source.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, going to have to keep producing those Archons if necessary.
Okay, here come the Ghosts to deal with the Archons. And Hellbats are just randomly going across the map. I'm like...
Yeah.
I feel like he needs to push soon, airPenguin, because he has a slow, immobile army. And he's going to get a small window here to try to flatten out that army in the middle of the map. If he manages to do it, he needs to keep going.
Yeah. I think, yeah, I mean, I'm pretty sure that if he does attack, it's once again going to come down to the engagement. Are there any High Templar? There are actually no High Templar in the army. All the splash is coming from Archons. And I think he did build a Colossus Bay, but so far we've seen no Colossi.
Oh boy, here we go.
Wait, 3-3's getting there. 3-3 is nearly getting there. If PandaPrime pushes with 3-3, I think he's going to win this. But he's attacking slightly before. He's not waiting.
I know.
Archon's in the front, walling out those zealots. That's the tanking. This is the opposite of what airPenguin wants to be doing. And nice kiting, actually. Reasonable engagement. That DT doing some work, but it might still not be enough.
Look at the... Oh! Medevacs are all at like 3 HP.
Archons are good at dealing with medevacs. It takes a good Terran not to clump up. That was
he needs to move out.
Yeah. 3-3 now just finishing for PandaPrime. He really probably should have waited for that, because then he would have been on an even footing with his Protoss opponent. How much do Hellbats gain? I have no idea how much Hellbats gain. They hit for 18, right? They're 18 and then a bit more versus light.
Oh, damage versus light? Is that your question?
No.
Yeah, they got +2 right now. Normally, I think it's 18, then 20, then 22.
Yeah, so +2 per upgrade. That's important. This engagement going down. The EMPs are huge. I'm not sure, though. This is very tricky. The bio is looking like it's going to hold strong. That 3-3 really going the distance, and the Stalkers are going to back away.
Oh, man. Wow.
airPenguin is trying to take a 4th base, but at this point I feel like he should have defense more on his mind. DT's being walked in and chasing the army of all things. That's not where you want to go.
No, absolutely not. They're going the wrong way.
Yeah. If we look, everything's actually really well protected by missile turrets. PandaPrime was ready. He knows that this could happen, and he's playing it smart.
He's not even attacking the army.
No, he's only just caught up, and the scan's actually gone down in a perfect placement. Great EMPs are going to swing this force in favor of Marine Ghost, a funky composition. But
great against Zealot Charge.
Yeah.
Or
Archon. Here they come, Dark Templar. Oh, great scan.
Good stutter step. Well done.
Really
8 p.m. 1:33 there for PandaPrime, and that's going to be it.
There we go.
PandaPrime versus Genesis. This is why I had you here.